up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Driving with Randy. I am your host, Road Rage Randy. Let's hit the road. All right, so what we got going on today? Well, they removed the cone. They had cones set up. They removed it so that people could actually park properly. Huh. Interesting. Maybe they listened to my podcast before my podcast was even released, because that's kind of what I suggested. Let's get rid of them cones. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We defrosted our car the old-fashioned way. We didn't even scrape it. Okay, it's not the old-fashioned way. We did it without any effort, I should say. So, you know, we got ice scrapers, but, you know, ice scrapers are kind of requires some work. You really got to put your back into it, and it requires a lot of work. And after I've worked 8.5 hours today, it doesn't seem real appealing. So what we did was we went ahead and put on the defrosters, and we just slowly waited for it to defrost away before we put on our windshield wipers. And now we have a crystal clear window, and it required absolutely zero effort, just maybe 2 minutes out of our day. We're going to get caught at this green light here. No, we're not. Oh, we are running a yellow light, red light. I hope you guys just heard my water. I hope there wasn't a cop at that light, because he'd be on to us now. But listen, that light takes forever. You got to do what you got to do to make it. I looked both ways. No one was. Oh, my fucking God. There is a cop. Yup. Did he see it, or did he... We're dipping on the highway. He can't even make that U-turn to find us. We're gonna be... Here we go. And we disappear into the darkness, and now we just gotta blend in. Obviously, he's gonna go searching for the man podcasting, Road Rage Randy. I don't know, did I introduce myself yet? I don't even think I did. Well, hello, everybody. New listeners, old listeners, you guys are my passengers. Welcome aboard. This is Driving with Randy, episode 70. I know I keep saying I'm going to quit naming the episode, because I always end up messing up. Like, I had 67 named 66, and 66 was named 68. It was a disaster, because I don't keep track of that stuff. But this is episode 70. Welcome aboard. I'm Road Rage Randy. This is a very, very obscure podcast. We record it live from my office, as I call it, my Toyota Sienna. And it's not just a normal Toyota Sienna, okay? It's a pimped out Toyota Sienna. We don't have working tire pressure gauges, so, you know, that tire pressure light's on. The driver's side rear view automatic door does not open, not manually, not by the button. The passenger side rear door, you gotta help it closed. But hey, we all have flaws in our life, but we gotta rock them, and that's what my Toyota Sienna does. 198k miles and going, and we're running a little low on gas. Oh, and you're cutting in front of me, Mr. Crappy I don't know what kind of car that is. Some kind of a Ford something or other. And he's dicking around with his mirror, or he's lighting a cigarette, something like that. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. Today we are going to talk about an engineering experience I had at work. I know what you're thinking. Road Rage Randy, you're a podcaster, not an engineer. What the hell did you engineer? I made a cup holder, okay? Desperate times at the company call for desperate measures. You know, when there's lacking of space to put your water, and you really just needed some water. Listen, there's some makeshift cup holders around. Pretty much what they did was they took, you know, the roll that comes out of a tape dispenser, like the last little cardboard thing. Yeah, so pretty much they taped the cardboard things up, taped the bottom shut, boom, cup holder. Well, I kind of noticed that certain docks around the place don't have cup holders. 1, 2, 3, Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8 do not have cup holders, and I think that's a major issue because that's half the docks, right? If you're in one of those docks, what are you going to do? Yeah, cry. You're going to cry because you have nowhere to put your water, you have nowhere to put your energy drink. It's just, where are you going to put it? So, me and Andrew's been on the podcast. We decided we're going to engineer a cup holder. Now, there's not a place like how the other ones are set up. The other ones are set up along these, there's little gear switches, right? And, well, 7 doesn't have a gear switch. 8 doesn't have a gear switch. So what did we decide? We're going to make something. We're gonna engineer something. So we found a tape roll, right? The tape roll, it was beautiful. We're like, bang, all ready to go. Then we found some cardboard. The cardboard is going to stand as a spacer because we're hanging it on an overpost. So imagine a bridge, if you will. So we're under the bridge, and we're going to hang it from the bridge. Now, if we just attach the tape dispenser, there's no gap, right? So we need cardboard. So we found cardboard, and we taped that to the base. We're going to call it the base, the tape dispenser, right? We're calling it the base. So we taped it to the base, and which provided a spacer, right? And then what we needed was some kind of a mechanism to hang it from the bridge. Obviously, we're going to use tape, but we still needed we needed it to be firm, like nice and firmly attached. So what did we do? We made a tail. What did we make the tail out of? Cardboard. Now, Andrew being a little more, he's got his years on me. He's in his 30s. I'm just a 20-year-old, right? I don't have years in me, so of course I'm going to make engineering mistakes. I'm not too handy. He's had many more years with the Legos than I have. So he knew what we needed to do. We needed to, because the way I made it, so I taped it up. The way I made it, it's not sturdy. The back end is sturdy, but the front end is not. So what is there to do? We have to re-engineer it. Now, of course, we took credit for it. I found a marker and we put engineered by Randy and Andrew. So everyone knows we engineered it. Now, there is an engineering flaw which will work out the buffs later. So what we need to do is we need to actually twist it. So what we're going to do is we're going to twist the cup holder 90 degrees. 90 degrees. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that tail that sticks directly out the back, and we're going to move it to the side. We're going to then add another tail on each side. So it's kind of like it's what do I describe it? Kind of like a staple. It's going to look like a staple, right? It has 2 prongs from each side, and then the cup holder. So we're going to turn it, we're going to add another prong, we're going to move the current prong, and then we're going to tape it up. And it should work flawlessly. It was holding the weight of my bottle. What's up, dude? Is that a guy? No, that's a lady. She's smoking her cigarette, and there's a child in the car. You can't do that in Minnesota. That's illegal, lady. Everyone find this Ford Escape. Yeah, you drive terribly, too. But yeah, I just thought that was the engineering plan. That we needed more cup holders, so that's we did it. And I know a lot of people around the work area listen to the podcast and are very supportive of the podcast, and I very much appreciate it. So I want to, if you guys listen to this podcast and then you go and see the cup holder that's located on Dock 8, I need you to come show your appreciation. I did a task for you guys. I thought of you guys. I thought of the person that's in Dock 7 and Dock 8 that doesn't have a cup holder. I thought of you guys, and we made it happen. Me and Andrew put down the cup holder. Of course, we were on the clock while we did this. We wouldn't do this for free. It's not a waste of company time. If anything, it should be extra. The company should be tipping us for thinking of its employees, as they don't. But anyways, I'm through with that. I have concluded. This guy needs to wipe off his car. He's driving around with the iceberg that killed the Titanic on the back of it. I get it. You're hauling it around in your Ford. That's cool. I'm sure you get a bunch of women with that. I wish I could haul the Titanic iceberg in my back of my Sienna, but I don't, because I'm not an idiot like you. Wow. There must be some built-up anger in me, huh? I'm sure that will all get out after I have a nice Arbys, which I'm gonna progress here into an Arbys shake review. Now we're gonna actually go get the shake, so I don't have the shake in hand, but I've already had one. So Arbys has this new shake. It's the s'mores shake. Now the last time I ordered it as the new s'mores shake, because that's how it was advertised. You know, you order the s'mores shake, you might get an old version of the s'mores shake, but you order the new s'mores shake, they know exactly what you're doing. I'm just a pain in the ass to drive-through workers, I think. I think that's it. Anyways, so the shake, it's got I think they grind up marshmallows and graham crackers, and it's in the ice cream. And they top it with some whipped cream, some chocolate sauce, and more marshmallow, mini marshmallows, in hot chocolate, the mini marshmallows. And then they put graham cracker crumbs. And I just think it's absolutely delicious. Yeah, it's 33 degrees out. Yeah, it's cold. But I have heat indoors. So the shake is something that I would highly recommend. It's very good. You take a sip of it, and it's just it's heaven and modern. It's like a Sandlot scene all over. And it's you take a sip in the drive-thru. They'd be like, "You want some more?" And it's yeah, I ordered that. No, she's like, "You want some more? You want some more?" And it's yeah, that's what I ordered, the new s'more. And you're like, "No, you want s'more?" It's yeah, I ordered that. And then you finally realize, and she's asking if you want more. It's heck yeah, I want more. This is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And Arbys shakes are cheap. I think it's $3, $3.29 for a large. Or medium. It might be a medium. But a medium's the equivalent to a large anywhere else. So it's you get your money's worth at Arbys. I have a podcast where I bash Arbys for their double beef and cheddar, or their regular beef and cheddar, because I felt there wasn't enough meat on it. But Arbys is still, it really touches the heart. And maybe it's just the s'mores shake hitting the spot, but it really touches the spot. And I feel like s'more is very festive. It's cold up. Now s'mores, you roast them in the summer, but it's cold, and you want to be by the campfire or the bonfire, or the fireplace. The fireplace is the correct term. So you want to be by the fireplace in this time of the year, because it's nice and wintry. And I think the s'mores it's very festive. Now I fully expect somewhere to come out with some kind of a peppermint. I'm not a big fan of the peppermint. It doesn't hit the spot for me. I don't know what it is. Just any kind of mint, fresh mint, peppermint, doesn't do the trick for me. I actually hear that peppermint's supposed to clear up your sinuses, so if you have a cold, have some peppermint. You guys, for those of you that have never tuned in the podcast, you really got to realize that when you come here, you're not here for factually correct information. Although I fully feel like my review of the Arbys shake is fully factual information. But if I try and state a fact that isn't so my opinions are facts, but facts are not necessarily facts. It could be something that's made up. Maybe I should do that. So none of my fans contact me via Twitter. I plug my Twitter every episode. I want fan interaction. I want people to come interact with me, join along in the festivities. There are no festivities, but that's because I have no people. maybe if I had festivities, there'd be people. I need to really hop on that. So maybe that should be a New Year's resolution. Dedicate 10 minutes a day to promoting the podcast. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day to promoting the podcast, and we're going to boom in 2020. I can see perfectly. Get my joke? It's 2020. See perfectly. Anyways, yeah, the facts aren't necessarily facts. I don't even know what I was going on. Oh yeah, I remember. So you can follow me at Thoughts by Randy. You can leave a review. I love reading things, like just fan interaction. It's what I dream of. I dream of some guy in the middle of freaking Utah, some Mormon out there that's like, yeah, I'm listening to Driving with Randy, and I want to interact with Road Rage Randy, so I'm going to go follow him on Twitter. Go tweet at Road Rage Randy. I'm going to start a conversation with him there. That's kind of how I want things to happen. I don't care if you're Mormon. I don't care if you're one-legged. I want you to come speak to me. Anywho, back to the point of why I brought this up. Yeah, I should get a fax number. I'm gonna open a fax number, and you guys can fax me. Fax me a picture of yourself. Fax me some nudes. Fax me a secret message that says hello. Just fax me something. Maybe that'll be the goal. I'll open up a fax number for you guys to fax me. Or I could open up a fake text message, like one of those text-free numbers, and maybe that will get people to text in your ideas, because I want to be fan-driven. That's the fan-driven, but I'll do the driving, but I want to be, you guys supply that's the analogy I'm going to use. The fans need to be supplying the gas for Road Rage Randy to be doing the driving. Yeah, that's like the perfect analogy. I think that's flawless. So yeah, write in. I don't have a P.O. box, but write in. Fax me. Tweet at me. Something. That's what I got for you. Anyways, we're on the way to Arbys. I talked earlier today about how last couple podcasts have not been good, and I've kind of just been editing it. I'm not doing that. Not today! Oh my goodness. We're going to have a Christmas special. I really want to go caroling, so I'm going to enlist in people to go caroling. As well as the holiday train actually comes through my town. I think that'd be very cool to go down to the holiday train. Honestly, I probably have to work. You think it goes on the weekends? No, it comes on the... I'd love for it to come on the weekend, so I could go down there, interview some people, and just get in the very festive spirit. Maybe we need to have some hot chocolate by the fireplace. Maybe we can build a snowman together. I'm trying to think of some Christmas podcast ideas so that you guys can enjoy the festivities. I want it to be, absolutely fantastic. I want it to be. Oh, there's a train. It's not the holiday train. This one's not very festive. Just double stacks, single engine. So maybe that's the tail end. It could be the tail end. Because it's not very normal for a double stack train to have one engine. This is a long train too. Maybe it was just coming across the border from Wisconsin, because actually those tracks go to across the river to Hastings, Minnesota is what they go to. Yep, I know the rail lines. Anyways, I was going to talk about my Subway, because I kind of talked about that earlier. Absolutely phenomenal sandwich. So the guy was a little lazy. Two Subway sandwiches for you guys. So the guy was a little lazy. He put 4 slabs of meat down, doubled up. So I guess you get 8 pieces of meat. A little lazy there. He went a little light on the pickles, a little light on the jalapenos. But overall, good sandwich. I must say it was fairly good. Now, the guy yesterday who made my Subway, he loaded it up, okay? He loaded it with pickles, loaded it with jalapenos, loaded it. Okay, so that's why. The train actually has 2 engines in the middle, known as DPUs. what's DPU? A something power unit. A distribution power unit, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, I had two in the middle. Anyways, yeah. Let's continue. I need chapstick. That's good. We're gonna talk about this lovely man. So the man, he really hooked a brother up. He loaded it up, right? He was super friendly too. You know, he's like, "Yeah, man, been here since 6 a.m. I just made that bread." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like I really felt the love from this guy. Okay, I've never been to this Subway before. Trying out new ones because my local is not the best. They're very light on the pickles, as is the one over here. Maybe it's the same owner, because I know the owner of one Subway around here owns like 3 of them. So could be same owner. Anywho, this guy, I really felt the love. I felt like he baked the bread with love, and he wanted the sandwich to be the best he could make it for me. So it's the holiday season. I left that man a tip. Now, normally I wouldn't leave a tip at a fast food place, but this man, it's the holiday season, and I feel like he truly made my day. Like he didn't make my day. He made my sandwich, but he did it with love, and I actually should find their Subway on Yelp and leave a review. I'm not a Yelp reviewer, but maybe that's a hobby I can get into. Yelp reviewing, right? Very thought out reviews. Although I kind of just give my reviews here on the podcast, so maybe I'll just plug the podcast and be like, "Hey man, you gotta listen to episode 70. I speak of you. I speak highly of you." That'll intrigue him, and then maybe he'll spread the love. He'll be like, "You know what? Road Rage Randy really made my day. Gave me a $4 tip. That's 50% tip." And it was very appreciative. So maybe I could just plug the podcast to a couple of my homies, because I know that guy's got lots of friends. When you're that nice to a customer, I know you got lots of friends out there. So I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. Maybe I could go request a schedule from, he said he started at 6, so I can go request a schedule 6 to noon, who was working. Came in at noon. Very nice gentleman. He really loaded it up with meat, loaded it up with lettuce, really loaded up. This guy, did he just puke or did he spit? Some guy next to me opened his door, and he had business to take care of. Respect, man. I really gotta pee personally, but it's kind of like we're in the suburbs now. You can't just drop your pants anywhere. Like I was in the city. That's a little more respectable, or tolerated a little more over there because of the homelessness and such. We're moments away from being at Arbys. You know what? Something I really wish I could do is, from my watch, I would really like to see where I'm at as far as recording. Like, give me stats, show me my wavelength. So maybe Apple could add that. Now, Apple does have voice memos on the watch now. I actually have a podcast on my Apple Watch. I want to say it's the first ever. Well, I'm not certain on that. We're going to take a back road. I want to say we're the first ever Apple Watch podcast, because not too many people are going out of their way to Apple Watch podcast it up. But, we do things different here on, we do things different here on Driving with Randy. It looks like the local Dairy Queen's closed. It's actually only an outdoor Dairy Queen, so it looks like it's closed for the season. It's unfortunate. Got to drive to the town over to get the local Dairy Queen, and can't be getting it here, which is fine because they have delicious $5 lunches. Oh my goodness, $5 lunch at Dairy Queen. Hell yeah! You get some toast, or you don't get toast with it. You get like fries or something. I don't even know what you get. I honestly don't know what you get, but it's good. It's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are turning into Arbys momentarily. We're at a stop sign. We're gonna roll this stop sign. There's no one around. Look at that. Look at that. All right, we're gonna roll down the window. We're gonna get our order all ready to go. That guy had some wacky hair. I love it. I love just people who do things by themselves. You know, they don't care about society. I'm gonna finish my thought before I go to they don't care about society standards. They just get her done. Oh. Oh. They got a hole in their parking lot.
Hi, welcome to Arbys. Please order when you're ready.
Yeah, I will have a classic beef and cheddar.
Just a sandwich or the meal?
Just the sandwich.
Okay.
I'll have a 4-piece mozzarella stick.
Okay.
And then I'll have a medium s'more shake. I don't need any marinara with the mozzarella sticks either.
Alright. You said medium s'more shake?
Yep, medium s'more shake.
Will that be all for you today?
Heck yeah.
Alright, your total will be $9.63. I'll be at the window.
Beautiful. They got a hole in their... I wonder if she knows there's a hole in their... Should I ask her, or is that being a dick? I feel like that's being a dick. I'm going to ask her anyways. That's what we do. We ask questions. We ask questions here out at on the Driving with Randy podcast. Well, maybe she'll get a laugh out of it. She's whipping up my shake right now. Oh, here's the whipped cream. Oh, she put a lot on there. This lady's always really nice. Oh, now she's got the sauce coming. Is that chocolate sauce? Oh, the chocolate sauce. Look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, now she's doing the graham crackers. Oh, marshmallows and graham crackers in one go. The efficiency. That is absolutely beautiful. The efficiency of making the s'more shake. God bless this woman. God bless her. We're still gonna ask. I'm gonna ask her if she knows there's a hole in her park. Or I'm just gonna inform her there's a hole in her parking lot. We'll be right. Hello.
963?
There's a hole in your parking lot.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Do you want any sauces?
Nope, that's okay. Have you had this s'more shake?
Yes.
I had one the other day. It's very good.
It is very good.
That's why I got another. I'm back for more.
I taste more cherry than s'mores.
Really?
Yeah. I can taste
God,
the
maybe
cherry.
you're gonna, yeah, maybe I'm gonna think that now. You got it in my mind.
Yeah.
What a friendly lady. And $9.63. It's a damn good deal. Look at that. Oh, so she made it a meal. You can do that? Hell yeah, you can make it a meal with a shake. That's actually beautiful. So it's rung up at beef and cheddar classic meal with a 4-piece mozzarella sticks and a s'more shake. That's actually interesting. They're just whipping up my food. This s'more shake, ladies and gentlemen. Cherry, though. Cherry. It's going to be on the menu. Her name is Ali. A-H-L-E-E. So shout out to Ali for hooking up the order. It's very much appreciated. I'm just waiting on a little bit of food here. Oh, there's a guy behind us now. Cool. We're just having ourselves a little party out here in the Arbys parking lot. Shout out to Ali again. You make a damn good shake, I'll tell you that. Just waiting on the mozzarella sticks and beef and cheddar. I don't know if I've ever told this joke on here. So you know how Arbys, their motto or their slogan is, "We got the meats." I always joke. I say they might have the meats, but they don't have the staffing, because this place is always packed at night. They cut down to like 2 people. They have 1 cook and 1 person taking orders. Thank you. You as well. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have achieved all there is to achieve. We have our mozzarella sticks. We got our beef and cheddar. Ali with fantastic perfect at taking our order. Now I kind of want some potato cakes, though. It's, the mozzarella sticks are oozing. Oozing with cheese. Absolutely. What's that? That guy saw that road rage. I feel like people are just listening into my podcast while I'm recording, like I'm bugged or something. Because why do I think that? Oh yeah, they moved the cones when I was talking about that. How messed up the parking is. And then I say how good Arbys is, and then just two people pulling after me. I think that's great. That's absolutely great. That people have bugged me, and they care enough about it to listen. As we know from my my episode where I talked about the book Permanent Record by Edward Snowden, we know they're listening. We know it. So they're just showing us. They're presenting us with the yeah, we're listening kind of a deal. What's next? You're gonna pull me over because I'm speeding? 35 and a 30. Pull me over. That will be the true test. This is gonna be the true test right here. Are they listening? I just pray that if I ever get pulled over, I'm podcasting. Or I at least have my mic, because that's the content we started this podcast for. We started this podcast for good quality content. And getting pulled over, I believe it was like episode 6, one of the first episodes. I'm like, oh my god, the cop, it's making a U-turn. I was like all pumped, because I'm like, I was wondering if I'd get pulled over on the podcast. And I thought I was going to get pulled over. I didn't, though. I did not. It was a false alarm. And, I mean, let's be real. If I wanted to get pulled over, I could go get pulled over. I just got to shoot 100 down this road right here. I'd get my license taken away. But, because the speed limit's like 30. The copper station, the fire department's right up here, and I know the fire department the cops like to hang out there. And I don't blame them. I took a tour of the fire department. They got flat screen, they got couches, they got kitchen, they got like 6 dorm rooms, they got a pole. Not like a stripper pole, like a firefighter pole. I don't know what that's called. A sliding pole. And city policy, I remember this, city policy actually prevents them from sliding down the pole if there's not an emergency situation. Fun fact. That is a fun fact. So even if the guy wanted to, while he was giving the tour, nope, can't do that. That's against company policy. I'd have to write you up. And you know, the mayor was there because it was like the grand opening. They did this big remodel, grand opening. And God, I'd like to live there. Even my dad's like, we should tell your brother to be a firefighter, because then he can sit here and just play Xbox all day like he does at home. So, I mean, you know, big facts right there. This is not. If this is a delivery, this is a delivery truck. That's depressing. No. That guy's having a rough day. I mean, it's 10 o'clock. He's going to go over his Department of Transportation hours. You can't do that. Or maybe Friday will be light for him because he's working so late. This lady, Ali, totally ruined this. Like, I actually taste cherry now. Ali, come on! I want to enjoy the s'mores, and now I'm tasting cherry. Oh. Like, if you think hard enough about it, it's fucking cherry. It's cherry. Before I get into a rage, I am going to go ahead and end the podcast. I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in. Felt like this was a very eventful podcast. Is that a cat? Is that a cat? Kitty! Kitty, come here! Kitty! It's fucking cold out! Where'd it go? I don't know, but as long as I don't run it over, I guess the cat's gonna have to survive. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'm sorry we couldn't save that cat. I really wanted to. My name is Road Rage Randy. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter at ThoughtsByRandy. Head over to iTunes and leave a review because I'd absolutely love to hear it. Absolutely. Head on over to Reddit r/drivingwithrandy. Post something. I check it about once a month, so you'll get a reply eventually. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in very much to the podcast, and we will see you on an episode later on. Peace.